You see Uso? Uso has his prong collar on. Miss B? Miss B has her prong collar on. Let me see. Show everybody your prong collar. Alright, there you go. And the Doberman has her prong collar. Alright, we're gonna go work on learning how to walk nicely together. Okay, so this is the first time I'm walking all three dogs together. Uso. I got a pouch full of treats. Going to be keeping it positive. They're gonna be stressed out because it's a high stress situation. You got all three dogs here. Just trying to get Uso in position. Uso's been around the block, so he kind of knows what to do. You can see Miss B, she's hesitant. She's a very sensitive dog, so I have her on my right side so that way I can really pay attention to the pressure that I use with the prong collar. It doesn't really take much for her to get the message. Like I said, she's sensitive, so just the slightest tug will have her obey, and I'll be able to lead her the way I want to. So it is a challenge holding 3 leashes. You can see here I'm telling Uso to go down. My main focus is walking the 2 puppies. The Doberman is 6.5 months and the Corso is 8 months old. You can see here I give them treats after I put some pressure for them to sit down. Basically what I'm just trying to do here is teach them to walk next to me. Let them know that while we're on the walk, there's no sniffing, there's no peeing. You just have to follow my lead. There's no playing around. And Uso is on a down command while I walk these. So I'm really training 3 dogs at one time. I want to sit.
Good job.
Keeping it positive.
Good job. Let's go.
Let them know they're doing a good job. And continue walking. You can see there where I lift my leg up. That's going to help the Doberman. And I do the 180 turns. See, I do it there with the Corso. And that's just going to teach them to not go past me when we do turns. And here we go, getting Uso back in position. And walking all 3 dogs. Uso's leash is on the ground, so he's just kind of following me around. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on a sit. As soon as they sit, I release the pressure. And you can see the black dog is making good eye contact with me. It's perfect. If you guys don't know, the Doberman is really high energy. And she pulls all the time when we go on walks. So now that we've introduced the prong collar, I'm able to get the message to her more clear. And so now she's learning not to pull. She's learning to walk nicely.
So middle.
And now we're just doing all this together as a group.
Middle.
You can see here the Doberman really loves treats, loves food. And she doesn't really have any borders. If I try to give a dog a treat, she'll just come over and try to take it. So we're working on that as well. So Uso's just doing things that he already knows. He's just kind of using him as a role model for the other two dogs. Just working turns, walking back and forth, walking back and forth, and just really trying to get them used to walking in a slow pace and walking in a manner, in a cool collective manner. Just letting them know that
So middle. So lots.
walking all
Lots.
together is a good thing. Then I put them all on a sit, stay, come back. So I'm working the sit, stay at the same time, and they're all looking at each other. So, I believe this is great pack bonding, and I'm correcting. See, as you can see right there, I just corrected the black Corso. She got up, and this is slowly just teaching the dogs what I want from them, and that there's a place and time for everything. So right now, what's going on is that we have to walk. We have to walk nicely, and you guys have to walk nicely with me, or else you're gonna get uncomfortable. And if you walk next to me, you're gonna be comfortable, and you're gonna be pet, and you're gonna be given treats. So here I go again, working on the sit, stay. And they're all doing really good. Look how pretty the two puppies look. Miss B drooling there. She knows she's gonna get some treats. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here today. And so, these are, now that everybody's kind of growing up, I gotta do more pack exercises. So overall, I think they did really, really good today on this walk. And here you can see I'm walking the two puppies together, side by side, which is going to be more distraction because they're right next to each other. And they're not used to walking together in this manner. Normally, the Doberman is boxing and trying to nibble on the other dog's ear. But here you can see they're all focused on me. I've really established myself in the pack and just let them know that if you follow me, good things will happen. And so at the same time, I'm practicing my turns. It's really, it's not that easy doing that turn with the leg, and at the same time making sure that the dogs are walking next to me properly and that I'm applying the right pressure with the leash. There's multiple things going on. At the same time, I'm making sure Uso isn't breaking his place. And so I'm really learning here as well. I'm learning to be calm. I'm learning to just have a calm demeanor and not be stressed out. If one of the dogs get out of place, I just calmly ask them and guide them to where I want them to go and continue. And so I continuously say good to the dogs, verbal praise, and I give them pets and let them know they're all doing a good job. And so if you guys are in the position that I am and you're training your dog how to walk on a prong collar, do what I'm doing and practice walking around in the figure 8 first. Do your 180 turns, just walk back and forth and let your dog get some practice in before you go on a neighborhood walk. Because a lot of times what happens is, you decide to go on a walk and your dog ends up pulling, and you don't want to do the 180 turns because you have a goal in mind that you want to walk all the way around your neighborhood. And I feel like you're jumping the gun I feel like you need to start with an exercise like this before you continue walking
No. Lots.
around the neighborhood.
Lots.
You know, do some little exercises like these. Start off with 5 minutes, then go to 10 minutes, then go to 20 minutes. So in this session, we're doing about a 15-minute walking session. And we're now coming to the end of it. And you're gonna notice that when I end this session of walking nicely with me, I'm gonna end it with my release word. My release word is break. So when I say break, all 3 dogs are released, and they can now smell, they can go pee, they can poo, you know, they can walk around freely. And this really sends the message to the dog that, you know, when I say let's walk, you all have to walk nicely, and then when I say break, you can go ahead and do what you want. So now I got Uso and the Doberman on a sit-stay while I walk Miss B. So I'm really just mixing a bunch of different things together. Mixing all the obedience together, and they're really all just working as a team. So here you go, I said break. And you can tell Miss B is still learning the break word. So she's a little confused. But the more we do it, the more the dogs will understand. But, you know, just know that you have to put in the work, you guys. You know, set your dogs up for success. Practice this in your backyard, practice in your front yard, and just do it in small increments. Start off with 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then 15 minutes. And just walk back and forth and do figure eights. Work on your 180s, work on your leg kick, your leg turn, and work on the leash pressure. You know, you don't want to be pulling your dog, and you don't want to be yanking harder than you need to, you know. By practicing, you'll get the gist of how much pressure you need, and you'll get an idea of how much attention span your dogs have. You want to keep it fun, and you want to keep it positive as well, because you're going to be doing some corrections with the prong collar. So after you correct, you reward and make sure the dog knows, you know, that this is a fun exercise. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave it down in the comment box below.